What's up guys, it's Aaronitmar and welcome back to Super Smash Bros. Legacy XP 2.0. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be looking at yet another modded character, and that character is, of course, the one and only Ridley. So, let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. As you can tell, Ridley is much smaller than he ever has been before in Smash, because now he's a fighter rather than a stage hazard or a boss character, but he still has quite a bit of range to him. So let's go ahead and take a look at his moveset. Ridley's jab combo is a 3-hit move. The first two moves have Ridley slashing with his claws, and the final hit, he spins around and hits his opponent with his tail. Ridley's dash attack is a claw swipe up, which knocks the opponent up into the air. Now let's look at Ridley's tilts. First is forward tilt, which is a swipe up with his tail. Now something important to note is that any move that uses Ridley's tail has a basic tipper mechanic involved. If you hit the move with exactly the arrow barb part of the tail, it's going to deal a lot more damage and knockback than if you hit it with another part of the tail. So sometimes you actually do want to hit with the weak side of the tail, simply because it kind of combos better. But if you want more damage and knockback, you have to use the arrow part of the tail. With that said, let's next look at Ridley's up tilt, which is a fire breath move upwards. This move actually hits on both sides, so you can even be facing away from the opponent and you'll still hit the move. And finally, down tilt, which is a sweep the leg move with Ridley's tail. Next up, let's do smash attacks. First is forward smash, which has Ridley stab forward with his tail. This kind of reminds me of Corrin's forward smash from Smash 4, especially considering it has a tipper involved. Up smash is a 2-hit move. The first hit knocks the opponent above Ridley and is meant to link into the second, more powerful hit where the wings come together. This is another move just like up tilt, where you can hit it on both sides no matter which direction you're facing. And then there's down smash, which has Ridley spin his tail around and hit the opponent. Now let's tackle Ridley's grab, pummel, and throws. Up throw bites the opponent and then throws them into the air. Forward throw slams the opponent into the ground and then sends them flying. Down throw has Ridley breathe a fire in a circle around the opponent and then slams into them, which sends them flying up into the air. And back throw stabs the opponent with Ridley's tail and uses the tail to throw them backwards. Next, let's look at Ridley's aerials. Ridley's neutral air is a spin move that racks up a decent amount of damage. Ridley's up air is a slash upward, which is really good for juggling the opponent. It kind of reminds me of Meta Knight's up air, but much bigger because Ridley is like 3 times the size of Meta Knight. Forward air is an aerial slash, kind of like Smash 4 Charizard's forward air. Down air sends Ridley flying down really fast and then stabs the opponent with his tail. If the opponent isn't good at DI or teching, you can get quite a few hits off of repeatedly using this move. And finally, back air, which is an upward sweep of Ridley's tail. And now let's get into Ridley's special moves. First up is neutral B, which is a chargeable fireball. This move is basically like Samus's charge shot. It can be cancelled at any time, and it can be saved as long as you don't get hit while you're charging it up. Side B is a command grab, where Ridley flies forward and grabs the opponent. You then have some form of control while holding the enemy, and you can fly in all directions. Once you're holding the enemy, you basically have 4 different aerial throws that you can do, all dependent on which direction you're holding when you press the A button. Pressing A while holding forward simply chucks the opponent and lets them go. Pressing A while holding up throws the opponent upward and can set up for aerial juggles. A while holding back, of course, just throws the opponent backwards. And A while holding down brings the opponent up to Ridley's mouth, hits them with his fire breath, and then spikes the opponent downward. In my opinion, aerial down throw is probably the best one. Ridley's up B is really similar to Meta Knight's shuttle loop. Ridley does a sort of somersault in the air and then propels himself upward. While this isn't a great recovery move because Ridley also has like 4 jumps, the bigger deal is that this move is actually a really powerful kill move. It's got high knockback, so even at mid to high percent, it can send your opponent very far. Ridley's down B has 2 different forms, a grounded form and an aerial form. While grounded, Ridley launches himself forward with his mouth open and hits the opponent with his head. While in the air, Ridley performs a dive all the way down. This move reminds me a lot of Bowser's down B, Bowser Bomb, but you can only do it in the air. Now for Ridley's taunts. Ridley actually only has 2 taunts programmed. Both up taunt and down taunt are the same, where Ridley shrieks to the sky and sound waves come out of his mouth. And then there's side taunt, where Ridley flaps his wings and then roars. Finally, Ridley's final smash is a gigantic beam of fire, which has amazing knockback and can kill even at mid-percents. And that is a very quick overview of Ridley. Now, I really think that this is a cool moveset, and it's really neat to see Ridley in some form in Smash Bros. As a fighter, rather than a stage hazard or a boss character. But honestly, and I know you guys are going to disagree with me because I know I have a lot of Ridley fans, but it still just seems too big for Smash. Now, I know that this model is about the size of Charizard, if just slightly bigger, and so that doesn't look like it's a big deal, but his tail is scrunched up half the time, and a lot of his moves still have like a ridiculous range to them. Like, for example, his up smash has a huge range, his up tilt, his back air. A lot of these things just have a huge range, and the way that Ridley is modeled, he seems almost scrunched up until he needs to do a move. So while he doesn't look too big just standing there, when you actually get into like what his moves do and making it a faithful recreation of Ridley from the games into a Smash fighter, he just seems like he would be completely overpowered. And then there's the other side where if they were to put him into the game, they would probably try and make his moveset do a lot less damage and knockback, or make it just a lot less range, which would then of course make Ridley severely underpowered considering the character that he is. And don't get me wrong, this is a really cool moveset, and if Ridley did end up in Smash, it would be really awesome. But I just feel like logistically it doesn't work as well as any other character, simply because he's too big. And that's what Sakurai and anyone who says Ridley is too big really means when they say he's too big. Not just when he's standing, but his moves, everything he does, would take up far more room than any other character in the game. There are a lot of moves that have a lot of range, but there aren't a lot of characters that have almost all their moves have a lot of range, and that's really what like the big deal behind Ridley being in Smash is. But I'd love to know your thoughts both on Ridley being in Smash as well as Ridley as a mod in this video. I'd love to know what you guys think about the moveset, what maybe a potential Ridley in Smash for Switch could have as a moveset, and anything in between. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on this format of video. In the past, I've done sort of a live showcase where I talk about the moves in a more casual setting. This one was more scripted and edited than the normal ones, and it's something that I've been told I should do, so I figured with Ridley I would try it out. If I don't like it, or if you guys don't like it, I can go back to the other format just as easily, but for this one I did want to try it out. It does get more to the point than the other format, but I feel like I don't get to be as personable with you guys. I'm really just reading things off, which I guess is the point of a showcase, but I don't know, I just am sort of thinking out loud at the moment. So yeah, I just want to know what you guys think about this format. Do you like it? Do you like the other one? I'd love for you to tell me down in the comments below. With all of that said, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys are interested in this mod, of course, Legacy XP 2.0, all information is in the description. There's a link to their website. It's incredibly easy to set up, so I would recommend it if you have any interest in playing as this character or any of the characters that you may have seen from Legacy XP 2.0. They've made the process incredibly easy to install, set up, do whatever you need. But with that said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more Smash mods, Smash showcases, things like that. And with all that said, thank you and have an awesome day. Peace out, you guys. See you later.